This is the most scenic race in America as far as we're concerned. Runs down the Parkway. This is the only race that the National Park Service authorizes on its own property. And you know, it's safe. It's always a beautiful morning. We've got more than 5,000 runners here, and of course it all goes to charity, the Boys and Girls Clubs and the Nature Conservancy. So it's all working. It's a win-win situation, and we're glad to be part of it. We're certainly proud to have started it.
The GW Parkway Classic is our flagship race of the year that we put on. Pacers Running Stores is involved with the GW Parkway Classic race because it really embodies the spirit of who we are and what we do. We are a very community-oriented business, and that's exactly what the GW Parkway is. A community event that gives back to the Alexandria Boys and Girls Club.
The Alexandria Olympic Boys and Girls Club has been in existence since 1936. Currently, we have 422 registered members. We operate our program according to 5 core areas, and those core areas are education and career development, character and leadership development, sports, fitness and recreation, health and life skills, and the arts. The GW Parkway Classic is a huge supporter of the club. Because of this program, we're able to offer our LIFT program, which is a fitness program. LIFT stands for Learning, Integrating, Feeling, and Teaching. It's a program that's sponsored by BAE Systems, Pacers, New Balance, and Fitness Together. The program emphasizes young people getting off the couch, playing video games, and actually getting involved in life. The participants in the LIFT program are actually training to participate in the 5K run with the GW Parkway Classic. The kids are very excited. They've never done this before. A lot of them didn't think that they would be able to do it, but through the training and the continuous repetitions, they are now more confident and believe that they can participate and do well in the race.
Pacers Running Stores is a family-owned business. My family and I bought the stores in 2003. We've been involved with the Parkway ever since we've owned the stores. The George Washington Parkway Classic race is my favorite race of the year.
Back in the early 80s, I was the director of fundraising for the Alexandria United Way, and there was a certain young man who was fairly active in the city named Jim Moran. And Jim was on the board of the YMCA and came to me and said he had a great idea to pick up a race that had run back in '82 on the Parkway and to sort of give it a new branding, give it a new name, and to make it a big fundraiser for some local Alexandria agencies. So Jim and I got to work, and we pulled together a group of sort of interested philanthropic people representing 3 agencies, and sat them down, and for 2 years we planned and we begged and we borrowed and we did everything we could to get the race off the ground, and success finally came in April of 1985. The first 3 participating agencies were the Alexandria Young Men's Christian Organization, the Alexandria Volunteer Bureau, and United Community Ministries. Over the years, many other agencies have benefited from the race, including most of the nonprofits in the city of Alexandria.
But what we really like about this race is that it is a little bit smaller, a little bit more intimate, and really does have quite a tie to the city of Alexandria. Some of the great things that we're doing this year include offering grocery totes to every runner instead of a plastic bag for their packet pickup bag. We also are using the city of Alexandria's fuel-efficient fleet of buses, which is great. Also, our lead vehicle this year will be a hybrid Nature Conservancy Toyota, and we also will be having recycling at the end of the race, courtesy of the city of Alexandria. In addition, every runner will be getting a tree planted in their name, courtesy of the Nature Conservancy's Billion Tree campaign. So we're doing everything we can to lessen our impact of the race on the environment, and we'll be looking at other ways in the future to have a carbon neutral race. The Parkway, we actually deal with several jurisdictions. We work with the National Park Service and the National Park Police, the City of Alexandria. and the City of Alexandria Emergency and Medical Services. It's a great partnership. We've been doing this for years and years, and we really appreciate the support we receive from the city as well as from the Park Service. We are the only race that has the permission to actually shut down the entire Parkway from Mount Vernon all the way down to the city line. So it's something that we do cherish, and we very much thank them for their support. Another great supporter of the race is actually the founder of the race, Congressman Jim Moran, who has been just a wonderful supporter, and we certainly could not do this event without him. This race couldn't happen without the support of our sponsors and our volunteers. One of our biggest sponsors is BAE Systems, who not only do they write us a very large check to give over to the Boys and Girls Club, they actually sponsor about 200 of their employees to run the race. Our other sponsors are New Balance, who's been wonderful in outfitting the kids from the Boys and Girls Club who are actually training for the race. Of course, there's Pacers running stores, and we have a plethora of other sponsors, our produce sponsor, our bagel sponsor, a lot of local businesses in Alexandria who actually do a lot for this event. We also couldn't do this without our volunteers. We have some volunteers who have actually been helping with this race for 20+ years, and they're the families that you'll see out on the course. The water stop at the Old Stone Bridge is actually manned by about 4 or 5 families that live right off of the street, and they've been doing this, I think, for at least 15 years. There's also a nice couple that works the water stop at Bellhaven, and she's been managing that for just about ever. So when you see them out there, be sure to give them our thanks, because we certainly couldn't do without them. We also have Potomac Runners, who is a local running club. They are just absolutely fabulous, and you'll also see them along the course. So please be sure to give them your thanks as you run by.
BAE Systems' corporate motto is, "We protect those who protect us," and we take that motto very seriously. And one of the features that we really enjoy about the race is something called the MacArthur Cup. The MacArthur Cup is a portion of the GW Classic race that recognizes the military service running team that achieves the best running time. We at BAE understand the commitment and the sacrifice that our military service members make, and we see the race and the MacArthur Cup as an opportunity to show our appreciation for that commitment.
The George Washington Parkway Classic initially was a 15K race, which is at that time it was something unique, and there weren't that many around. But starting back in 2002, after 17 years, the race was changed to a 10-miler. Primarily because of some construction that was taking place from the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. And one of the interesting things that happened in 2002, the race was run in reverse, which was not too well received by the runners, because their last mile was basically uphill going up to Mount Vernon.
I grew up in Alexandria. I used to row for T.C. Williams, and I used to row up and down the river. I thought it was a fantastic opportunity to run a road that I'm very familiar with. Scared. This is only the second time that I've run this kind of distance, so it's nervous anticipation.
This is my 24th consecutive GW Parkway Classic. I started in 1985. Actually, it's my 25th 10-mile run, because in 1982 they ran a 10-miler from Mount Vernon to the Masonic Temple, celebrating the 50th anniversary of the 1932 Olympic trials, marathon trials, which were run on the same course. So I've never missed one.